If you're a tech consumer, you probably heard about 4K. But what does that mean? And is it even worth it? Pros and cons after the intro. Welcome back if you've been here before, and hello if this is your first time. And it's about that time where we see old tech being phased out and new tech starting to creep in. 4K. 4K is the new buzzword in tech, so before you go out and buy a 4K TV or monitor, here are some pros and cons. Starting with the pros, number 1, it's gorgeous. 4K is essentially 3840 by 2160. That's twice the horizontal resolution and 4 times the pixels of the standard old 1080p. With that resolution and high pixel density, it makes for a very sharp, crisp image with full immersion. Number 2 on the list is no distortion. With such a high PPI, pixels per inch, you can stay the same amount of distance away from your monitor, whether it's a 30-inch or 65-inch screen, and still get the same level of quality. So if you're a photographer or any content creator, you could zoom right into a picture and it will preserve the same level of quality, whether it's a big screen or a small screen. Even if you were to stretch out the picture on the 65-inch screen, it won't get distorted because of such a high pixel count. The third and final pro in having a 4K display is that it's future-proof. 4K is most likely going to be the standard in resolution, just like we seen standard definition and what we see now, high definition. 4K is ultra high definition, UHD. So getting a 4K TV or monitor now would put you ahead of the curve by setting you back a few dollars, because that's what we're going to talk about next. The cons, its price. Although there was a major price drop from $20,000 last year to about $5,000 now, that's still a major price tag. The problem is that manufacturers can't really justify this price, so the people don't really know whether they're paying for the extra pixels or is it just a fad. Either way, it's still a very pricey investment. The third con, and probably the biggest, is that there's not really much to watch right now. For instance, if you were to buy a 4K TV right now and hook it up to your cable box, that would still only be 1080p if you're lucky and it's not 240. Because most indie movie creators and cameras don't have the processing power to shoot 4K. For instance, the GoPro Hero 3 Plus shoots 4K, but that's at a very low quality and only at 15 frames per second. Unwatchable. If you wanted to watch 4K or shoot 4K at a high resolution, high bit rate, high frame per second, you would have to get a camera that's more expensive than the TV. That's before the price drop. To show you how serious the problem is with 4K, let's assume those first 2 cons were solved. Like, we have 4K content and we have a 4K display. But we still don't have any form of medium to deliver 4K to us, because the file size of 4K is so huge, 4 times that of HD, we'll need a higher bandwidth. For instance, if you wanted to stream 4K content from Netflix, you would need a minimum of 20 megabits per second internet connection, when the national average is only around 7 megabytes per second. I have a problem now streaming Netflix on my PC when my PS4 is downloading. So 4K, no. The fourth con is hardware compatibility, meaning that the things that work for 1080p just fine won't work for 4K, meaning none of this or this. HDMI 1.4 won't work for 4K for the same reason that Blu-ray drives won't work. It's that file size again. I'm not saying that they'll become obsolete, but if 4K is introduced, they would not be the standard anymore. With Thunderbolt being the only thing that could deliver a 4K display at a smooth frame rate, we should be start looking at things like that as the standard. Do you see all the problems that 4K brings? Having a 4K display is like having a really fast car. In traffic, you have the potential to get where you're going in style, but you still have to comply with the standards of all the other cars. But that's the beauty of innovation. You could wait till the light turns green and everyone else will start moving, or you can go out and build new roads and explore different avenues. And that's what 4K is doing. And I must say, it looks pretty good. So like, comment, and subscribe. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.